What is up, everybody? Welcome to episode 4 of Talks for the People. Steven, Cody, how y'all doing tonight?
Doing good. Doing good. Holidays coming up. Excited about it.
Doing great. Ready for Thanksgiving, ready for some holidays, time off, family and friends. It's gonna be good. Forward
Uh,
to it. Favorite time of year.
all right, everybody. We've got a fun episode this week, but before we get started, I just wanted to remind you of just a few things. First, if you haven't seen it, we did hit our first subscriber goal, and as promised, we do have the video up on the YouTube page of Steven getting the starburns shaved into his face. Should all definitely go check that one out. Go ahead, keep subscribing and sharing the YouTube videos. We appreciate it so much, and that one little click of that red button helps us out more than you know. Also, remember too that we are now available on all major audio platforms. So if you prefer to listen to us while you're in the car, at the gym, or anywhere else, you can hear us now on Spotify, Apple Podcast, through iTunes, Google Podcast, and more. Look for us in your favorite podcast app. And if you can't find us there, let us know and we'll make sure we get it fixed. Now let's go ahead and get this episode started. Steven, let us know what's burning your biscuits this week.
Well, so something that hit me recently. Big fan of The Mandalorian that just came out, and big Star Wars fan as well. But since The Mandalorian started, everybody has been taking Baby Yoda, which technically isn't Yoda, but that doesn't really burn my biscuits. I'm fine with it. But everybody is associating Baby Yoda with Chicky Nuggies. It makes me want to slap people through the wall. Like, he is an alien being. The last thing he's gonna do is go to McDonald's and get chicken nuggets. So it kills me when I see these posts with Baby Yoda asking for Chicky Nuggy. I'm like, no, get the hell out of here with that. Stop. Oh man, it's been eating me up for like a week because new episodes come out every Friday, and then there's new memes. Oh look, Chicky Nuggy, Baby Yoda. I'm like, oh God, Jesus, you have to stop. You have to stop.
And it's come to my attention through other social media platforms that most people who are in love with Baby Yoda don't even watch the show.
That doesn't surprise me not one bit. Like people see the picture, like, oh my God, he's so cute. What is it? they don't even know. It's a hot mess.
All right, Cody, what's burning your biscuits this week?
First off, let me give a shout out to our friend of the show, Aaron from Walmart. He listens to us on Spotify. He sent me a message the other day. He said that he's enjoying the show. We appreciate you listening. And his favorite skit is what burns my biscuits. Want to give him a shout out there.
Well, you got to keep up the good work then.
So what burns my biscuits is hand dryers in the bathroom. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
So you go, nothing aggravates me more than to go in the bathroom and wash my hands and turn and there's no paper towel dispenser. And then you have to go over and they got the cheapest hand dryer in the world over there that just it blows. I mean, the outside the wind's blowing harder than these things are. I mean, I don't see how it would take 25 minutes to dry your hands on them. So when I see that, I just wipe it on my pants and move along. Now they've made some better that where you actually like stick your hand in. You know what I'm talking about? Where
Yeah,
it blows both sides of your hand. Now that works pretty decent. But other than that, man, just give me some paper towels. I mean, come on.
And I hate to be this person, but also they actually did studies that show those hand dryers in the bathroom spray more germs on your hands after you get done cleaning them. As filthy as the bathroom is, if you go and you wash your hands and you use that obnoxious loud hand dryer, all it does is blow more germs onto your hands. So it is a double worthless invention at this point in time.
Well, it's hot too, so it's just a petri dish for all the germs that have already gotten on there. It's just cooking them, making them stronger, ready to attack you.
I feel your agitation there. So silly.
I gotta be honest, guys. I haven't given a ton of thought to what's burning my biscuits this week. What I've got is coming up later on in the episode that we're going to touch on in another subject. So I don't want to bring that part up now. So I guess we can move on. And Cody, why don't you tell us about a story that you had happen to you recently?
All right. Well, before I do that, I got one more thing that burns my biscuits this
Let's
week.
hear it.
Restaurants that don't carry Thousand Island dressing. What in the hell is wrong with you? Like, how can you not carry it? That's the best dressing in the world.
Okay, listen though, I've got to stop you for a second. I think the only time I've ever eaten Thousand Island dressing in my life was when I'm eating a Big Mac.
Or if you go to Red Robin, they put Thousand Island almost all, and it's so good.
It is fantastic. I'm not going to say where we were, but this happened to us a few weeks ago. They didn't have it. That's so disappointing.
I'm not
That
gonna
get, that gets you on the no-fly zone with me in a heartbeat.
I'm not gonna lie though. To me, if you were to tell me right now, name the top 3 salad dressing right now that are used on a consistent basis, and it just could be because this is what my family uses, but the top 3 would be ranch, and then probably Italian. So
Look, here we go. We'll go with it. My top 3 are Caesar, Italian, and yes, we live in the South, so ranch. I mean, it goes on pizza, it goes on wings, it goes on fries, it goes on everything.
No, 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 no. Look, I don't. The stuff that I eat with my wings, I don't want on my damn salad. Okay, I want Thousand Island on my salad, and it's like, look, I like blue cheese to dip my wings in. I don't want that on my salad. Okay.
you say blue.
Uh,
I hate blue
Oh,
cheese.
come on, man.
Look,
Blue
blue
cheese
cheese
is
goes good on
incredible.
one thing. I'm not a huge blue cheese fan, but you get a black and blue burger that's cooked right with the blue cheese crumbles. That's
Oh,
delicious.
that is so good. But anyway, so uh, I've been trying to get some better internet at my house, and so since we started doing these podcasts, I've never really had any trouble with my internet until we started doing these, and figured out that my screen it freezes up from time to time. So I finally figured out I needed to get some better, faster internet. So I'm not going to name any companies in here or anything, but I just want to give you all the experience I've had with trying to swap internet providers this week.
May the odds be
So,
ever in your favor.
well, I'll tell you what, y'all ain't gonna believe this stuff I'm gonna tell you. All right, so Tuesday this week, I call the provider I have now, and I said, "Look, this is what we're doing. Can you do anything else for me?" And right now, I'm getting 6 megabytes of speed. Okay, so and like I said, I've never had any problems because I don't do any online gaming or anything like that. The only thing I do is surf on the web or whatever, Netflix stuff like that. So I called them and they're like, "Well, the best we can do is 24 megs." I'm like, "Are you kidding me? 24?" And I'm talking to friends like you guys and some IT friends I have, and they're like, "Look, you got to have at least 50 or close to 100 to be in good shape." And the best thing to do is 24. So,
That's
so I
that's
decided to make a change.
pretty sad these days.
So I decided to make a change. I called this other company, get to talking to them, and they said, "Well, you're a new customer, so we can get you for the price of 200 megs, we can get you 400 for 2 years or something like that, promotional stuff." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds good." and she's like, "And it's gonna be really good internet." And I was like, "Well, it ought to be because it better be because I'm getting 6 now." And she's like, "Oh, well, for 600, we can get you, we can do 600 for this price." And I was like, "No, no, 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 no. Right now I'm getting 6. I'm getting 6." And she goes, "Are you kidding me?" Like, she couldn't believe it. I didn't tell her who I was using either, but, she's like, "Well, you're gonna love this."
Uh, Look,
So,
at this point, I don't think we need to name names. Anybody who also has that company knows who you're talking about, so we're good.
anyway, they lined me up to get, our technician to come out, set everything up. It's gonna be Friday afternoon. Well, then get out there. So that's fine. Ain't no big deal. I just need it by today, right? So Friday afternoon, I have somewhere to be. I have to be like I got to drive 2 hours somewhere for Friday night. Y'all know why, but so I'm not going to be at home when the technician comes. But my wife's going to be here. Everything will be fine. So he calls me. I'm trying to get ready to go, packing my bags and stuff. And they call and he says, "Hey, I just want to let you know I'm running a little behind, and but I got you set up for TV, internet, and a phone." I'm like, "No, all I need is the internet."
Right?
And, he says, "Well, I got you down for this." And I said, "Well, I don't want any of that. I just want internet. That's all I want." And he says, "Well, you're gonna have to call them back and get them to fix it on their end and send me a new work order." Okay.
Right.
So I call them. I'm on the phone for an hour and a half
Oh, good God.
talking to these people. Finally, I get it set up to where I'm only getting internet. It took me an hour and a half to get that fixed. Then they called me back and they said, "Hey, we got your technician lined up to come out tomorrow, Saturday, from 1 to 2." And I said, "No, he's supposed to be here today from 4 to 5."
There's already one coming. He just needs a new work order.
And she's like, "Oh, well, I can get management to get somebody out there today and we'll get it worked out." I said, "No, you know what? I'm not going to be there. Just come out tomorrow. I'll be there then, and that'll be good because I'll be here and I can, kind of make sure everything gets done the way I want it because it's kind of my baby. My wife doesn't care where the internet goes, who we use. She doesn't care. It's my baby." I said,
Right.
"Y'all just come out tomorrow. That's fine." Okay. So Saturday comes along. The guy shows up, and we're trying to figure out where we're gonna put run the cable, run the boxes to and everything. So we finally decided to put it in the living room, and the guy goes out in my backyard, and I've got a power pole on the other side of my privacy fence. He's like, "Oh my gosh, there's no cable running over here. I'm gonna have to run cable from that power pole." So I said, "Okay, get to work." And he goes, he's like, "I'm gonna have to tote my ladder through your house." And I said, "No, you're not. I have a gate. I'll open the gate." Like, "Slow down, guy. It's okay." So I go over and we open the gate. He looks at his truck and he goes, "Oh no, I've left my ladder at the
Oh,
place I just left." So 30-minute round trip. He gets back with his ladder, and I'm like, "Oh man, this way this is going, this guy's gonna get on that ladder. He's gonna fall down, break something, and gonna try to blame it on me. Like this is just not."
Gosh.
I wish that was the only problem I had. So anyway,
oh,
he comes in and he gets back there and starts trying to hook it up. And me and my wife are sitting in the living room, just kind of I'm looking at the football scores and stuff like that. And he comes in and he goes, um, "I need a special tool to tie into that cable box back there. I don't have it. The closest guy that has one is 30 minutes away."
of course he is.
And I was like, "You have got to be kidding me." And he said, "Yeah," he said, "but I'll tell you what I can do, because I told him I had somewhere to be Saturday night. I can't be here all day waiting on you." He said, "Well, I'll go ahead and set everything up in the house. I'll go ahead and get your router and everything hooked up and turned on and powered up, and I'll run the cable out, and then y'all can leave, and when I come back, I'll just hook the cables up and I'll go. That's okay with you?" And I said, "Yeah, that's fine." So hooked everything up, and actually, when he got back, we were still home. Um, but anyway, so we went to where we had to go. We got back late, and everything looked fine. He closed my gate back and everything. Well, I tried to connect to the internet, and it wouldn't connect. But it was really late, so I said, "Well, we'll just go to bed and I'll fool with it in the morning," which is now this morning.
Right?
I get up, I can't get it to work. I try to reboot it, I unplug it from the wall, try to get it rebooted, doesn't work. So I call them, and they're like, "Well, he didn't apparently he didn't activate your box. So we can do that from right here." I said, "Okay, well, go ahead." Well, there's like a long silence on the end of the phone, and he says, "Uh, we can't connect to your box. So the only thing we can come up with is a technician didn't hook something up right on outside your house. We're gonna have to send another technician out." And I was like, "You mean like today? Because I need this tonight." And it's like, "Well, the first available one is Tuesday afternoon." I was like, "No, no, 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 you don't understand. I need this tonight. Y'all have had a week to get this in. This is ridiculous." And so I'm on the phone with them, and I'm just furious at this point. I keep calling them back, trying to get a hold of somebody that wants to listen to me gripe.
Right?
And so I go in the backyard and I start looking at this thing, and the cable they've ran is attached to my house, to the eave of my house, and then it droops, and it just barely is above my screen door, to where when I open my door, it almost hits the wire. It is draped over a outside window unit I have in my utility room. It's drooped over it, and it's in this big swooping down and comes back up, and he's got a splitter out here, and it's just dangling from my roof, and
Wow.
all the cables are hooked to it. And then I look, and he has okay, so I've got TV through somebody else, through a different provider, which I'm happy with my TV. So I wasn't swapping. He has cut the line to my TV. The cables going to my satellite dish is cut, and he spliced off that cable and hooked it to the
Oh my
splitter.
god.
I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I mean, I can't even watch TV." I finally get them on the phone, talk to management, and they're like, "You gotta be kidding me," you know? And, I was like, "No, I'm not kidding you." And so they ended up, they took care of me pretty well. Supposedly, they took care of me pretty good. They're supposed to, take my technician fee off and all this stuff. Anyway, they're like, "Well, we put a ticket in, and the supervisor of dispatch for your area is gonna call you today and try to get you the first appointment available either today or tomorrow." Like, "Okay, thanks." Well, I hadn't heard never did get a phone call today, so I'm still fuming about my experience with this. So, I'm
Yeah,
still on my old
that's
internet, and, I guess it's working good enough.
well,
But
that's pretty poor, especially when you consider that they can see that you're a brand new account. Like you are trying to get service with their company, and that's how
Yeah,
they're treating
I'm
you.
not gonna lie. After them butchering it, I'd probably call them back tomorrow and be like, "Don't worry about your technician. I've decided to get somebody who can handle my needs better."
well, I thought of that, but,
There
I
aren't many
realized it's
options.
like it's either them or what I got now. So, if I can just get somebody out here that knows what they're doing, and maybe everything will be fine, but
True, true.
And I can tell you, not all of their techs are incompetent because when I had that same service installed by that same company, We had a satellite provider at the same time as well. So, and my tech didn't cut my satellite cable.
Guys, when I saw that, I wish I would love to have been a third party or a fly on the wall and saw the look on my face when I see my cable just dangling from the satellite dish.
Like, wow.
What on earth?
So
Wow.
hold on. Can you even watch TV right now?
No, no,
It's out,
no
and
TV.
you have to
No,
call your satellite provider to fix that, right?
no, I told this company, I said, "Y'all gotta fix this. It's not their problem, it's yours."
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and honestly, I would turn into, like, you remember Animorphs? You need to go from Cody to Karen, and you need to straight hop on the phone and let them know. By the way, I'm not asking, I'm letting you know my first month is free because this is garbage.
Well,
Karen needs to step out and handle business.
well, that's true. I don't
Hey,
know. It's just
look,
it's
you give my wife all your basic information. She knows how to handle them. She'll take care of you.
hey,
Karen?
I was a Karen for about 30 minutes today, I can promise you. I was giving them the business when I saw that. Luckily, though, the people in management that I finally got to talk to was, they were really nice, and, well, of course, in their position, they didn't get there, for no reason. They know how to, you know, take care of people and calm them down and stuff, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes, man. Hopefully, get it all straightened out in the next few days.
Well,
I just
look,
wanted to share that with you guys because that is too funny to keep to myself.
It's definitely a hot mess. It's a train wreck.
yeah, and as somebody that worked in tech support for 8 years, I would have been face palming myself on the other side of the phone. I feel for you. That's inexcusable. Like I don't know. We won't speak for them. I don't know what their job description is, but that's by a totally different provider. They use a totally different system. Shouldn't have cut anything coming off of that satellite dish.
Lord.
All right. Next segment we've got comes from our comments. We've told y'all before, if there's anything you want us to talk about, leave it in the comments on the YouTube channel. Hit us up on Twitter. One of our commenters, Minnie, let us know that our boy Steven here was holding out on us and that he has more poop stories to tell us. So, if you, fair warning, let's go ahead and give a disclaimer. When we started putting these show notes together earlier this week, we discovered that the second half of this episode is going to have a theme. So if you notice the episode title, this is where this is where the episode title starts. So Steven, go ahead and hit us with another
So
poop story.
this one is not nearly as detailed or as long as the last one was, but it does leave you scratching your head. So, I'm at the beach with some close family friends, and they have 2 kids. And we're all at the pool, relaxing, having fun. And there's a boy and a girl. The little girl said she had to use a bathroom. And I said, you know what? Y'all stay at the pool. I know it's not my child, but y'all stay at the pool. I'll take her up to the room and type in the pass key to get in the room so she can use the bathroom. So I went to do that. We leave. Everybody else stays at the pool, and I leave the door cracked so I don't have to type in the code again. And it's one of those rooms where as soon as you open the front door, you turn directly left or right, and there's a bathroom. The first door as you walk in, like this far from the front door, is a bathroom.
Right.
So she goes in to use the bathroom, and I'm standing outside just enjoying the beach atmosphere and whatnot. And with the door cracked, I can hear, Steven, with this extreme hesitation that freaks me out. I'm like, whoa, why is she calling my name like this?
Uh-oh.
So I love to give comparisons. When I tell you that I turned the corner and it was the scene from the first Saw movie in the bathroom, how I saw it, I didn't know how it happened. I don't know. I have no idea. So I turn the corner and there is poop everywhere. It's in the bathtub. It's in
What?
the sink. It's in the sink. It's in the sink. It's in the sink. The toilet seat is smeared all over. It's on the carpet. It's on the tile on the floor. It's everywhere. And in the center of all this chaos, this Finkel chaos, is a rag with a chunk of poo in it. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't understand. Until it hits me, I look down, and this, I want to say, was 8 years old at the time. This 8-year-old had enough sense to say, well, I don't have toilet paper, but there's a perfectly good washcloth here. So instead of calling and asking for toilet paper, she tries to take matters into her own hands and she uses a washcloth. Well, little did she know this washcloth doesn't exactly rinse off properly. And since it was in other places in chunks, she was trying to get it off, and it just.
She was shaking it.
So that's how it got on the back. But the way it got into the sink is that she tried to rinse it off, and the clumps were going into the drain.
Oh.
Oh,
So there, it's smeared on the bathtub like siding, and then it's smeared all over the toilet seat, and then there's clumps in the sink.
Hey, what? Why was it on the toilet seat? She rang that one properly.
I don't know. Maybe it was from the flinging, probably. I mean, it's literally like you have something sticky to your hand and you're doing this. I feel that's what she was doing with that washcloth. So, of course, at 8 years old, she was pretty embarrassed. So I said, you know what? Don't worry about it. We can take care of this. So I get another washcloth. I start wiping things down. I get the clumps out of the sink, get them into the toilet. Everything's wiped down. But I have this washcloth.
Oh.
It doesn't belong to us. It belongs to the hotel we're staying in. And I don't know what to do with it because I don't want to keep it in the room. So I make the executive decision to ball it up and throw it over the balcony.
in the pool?
Yeah, no.
That's what I was thinking. I went there too.
This hotel was kind of feed off. So one of the angles, the one we were looking at, thankfully, was looking at some trees and bushes. So that poop cloth just got just thrown over the balcony. And I think we were on the third story, so I don't know if anybody was watching, but they just saw this brown mass fling over the balcony and land in some bushes.
You probably hit somebody in the head down there. There.
Hey, I'm down here. But yeah, like I said, it was pure chaos, and it wasn't as bad as I make it sound, I'm sure. But as soon as I turned that corner, it looked like the bathrooms from the first Saw. I was like, oh my god,
Now,
this is what nightmares are made of.
now, did this happen before or after the babysitting?
After.
Okay, so you're having flashbacks too to pre-existing trauma.
Yeah,
I mean,
it was good God. It was hit me at once. The worst part about it is it's like it wasn't my home. So I was like, how do I handle this and remove this poop infestation without? Oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna hit you with a $500 fee for crapping all over the apartment. You know, it's like I don't know.
What do you think the cleaning ladies? How do you think they feel when they come when they come into something like that?
I don't know.
Oh
I
hell no!
imagine it. At least I'll say this. At least I had the respect to clean it up.
right?
But I'm sure people just, you know what, they spray it and then just leave it for somebody else. Whew. But it was a hot mess. When I saw the clumps in the washcloth, I was like bug-eyed. I was like, she really just emptied the tank on this washcloth and tried to. It'll come off. God. But yeah, thanks for the comment, Minnie Leafay.
Berries everywhere.
Yeah. Uh, Amazing trip. We had lots of fun. And that trip I was doing like old Greg impersonations the entire time. What you doing in my Wallace? So it was a good time. But that one scene was like wild.
So Steve, the running theme here is you got to quit volunteering to help with the kids. You just need to stick
That's it.
with the adults.
Like obviously this is a double-edged sword, I really want kids, but they tend to
Yes.
want to poop on and around me.
See, I think we've got a bigger conspiracy going on. I think these parents know their children have poop issues and they've taken advantage of you because you like kids.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me.
All right, our next topic tonight is one that made big rounds in the news and social media a while back, but we got to talking about it at work this week because we had some at work. Well, not this version, but it reminded us of this. Steven, you wanted to bring up these sugar-free gummies,
Yes.
gummy
If, if
bears.
if anyone is not aware, Harbro, the candy company, made sugar-free gummy bears at one point in time, and a lot of people are convinced that these were made with laxatives because anyone that comes in contact with these, they might think it's airborne. If you breathe this stuff in, oh, you get the squeegees. I'm talking volcanic napalm coming out the rear end, and there's no end in sight. I mean, it is just a horrid, horrid scene. Everybody, but if you've never heard of it, just Google Harbro sugar-free gummy bear reviews, and I got 3 of them that I'm going to read off real quick. They're really short, but there are some that are a paragraph and a half that are just hysterical from people typing in like, "Yo, this ruined my life for like 10 days." So the first one I have is I ate half a 6-ounce bag I picked up at CVS. They changed their color of the bag so I didn't know that it was them. I spent 24 hours in the fetal position on the bathroom floor repeating, "Please God, why?" I still don't have an answer. That's one. The next one is taste amazing, but hurts like no other thing is coming out ever. Perfect for coworkers and friends. Uh, and this one is perfect for the COVID scene. My friend hasn't been practicing social distancing during this pandemic, so I bought him a bag of these gummies for his birthday. He's been inside for 10 days and hasn't left the house out of fear of pooping himself again. I'm not.
Again.
I'm going to. I'm not going to say how sugar-free classic gummy bears are the cure for coronavirus, but it certainly helps slow down the spread.
That's
That is
excellent.
free. I'm talking pages and pages and pages of reviews, and some of them describe this stuff as liquid napalm coming out my rear end. I've been hugging the toilet bowl for 3 hours, and my butthole feels like sandpaper right now. Like the reviews are hilarious. So check them out. Highly recommend.
Yeah, they're definitely good. If you haven't read those reviews, like he said, and hell, you can go straight to Amazon.com and look up Haribo's sugar-free gummies. Read the reviews. You'll lose an hour of your life, but you'll enjoy every second of it. It's
Worth
excellent.
it. Worth it.
That's almost a burns my biscuits topic. Sugar-free candy. It's
Right?
candy.
Right?
If
But
you want
there are some
sugar-free,
people who
then don't
eat
eat candy.
so they get the luxury of the flavor, but they can't eat sugar because they're diabetic or something. So I can respect it.
I mean, I get, but
Way
with
to
this,
make me feel like an ass, Steven.
okay, but here, what about this one? That segues into this. And okay, I have a burns my biscuits. Vegetarian burgers. Okay, real quick. Sorry, we backtracking. Vegetarian burgers, vegetarian meat products. You want if you're vegetarian, I mean, I apologize. I don't want to offend you, but y'all got to quit trying to offend me. If you're gonna shame me for enjoying the tasty, delicious animals that God Himself put on this planet for me to eat, then you don't get to pretend like you're eating them. You don't get a veggie burger. You don't get a bean burger. You get bean mush molded like a Play-Doh stack, and you shove that into your face. You're not gonna hate on me for eating hamburgers and chicken if you get to act like you're eating chicken. That's not fair, and we not have any of that. We're gonna cut that out.
Did you try the was it the
Impossible Whopper?
the
Impossible.
Whopper from Burger King?
Okay, look, don't poke holes in my logic because my wife got one just out of curiosity, and the thing tastes good. Okay.
No, I haven't had one. I was just wondering if you'd had one.
No, it tastes good. My whole point is, if you're gonna be a vegetarian and eat a vegetarian burger, then you don't get to. If you get to act like you're eating an animal, then you don't get to yell at me for eating an animal.
I see what you're saying. If you're going to shame me for eating an animal, don't take your food and make it like my food.
Right. If you and I'm fine. If you want to act like you're eating an animal, do it. But then don't hate me for actually eating the animal.
Yep.
But speaking of eating, our next topic's a good one, I think. I feel like we're going to go ahead and look at foods that we like to eat, but they don't like us. And I will start this one out because my two are big. One of them, well, they're both my choice, but one of them is fast food. One of them's not always fast food, but foods you like that don't like you. My number one, because it's almost instant, as if I ate Haribo sugar-free gummies. Or it was one of the kids Steven was looking after, was Zaxby's. And I've come to, it's not the chicken, because I can, if I get their wings, I'm perfectly fine. But I don't get wings most of the time I go to Zaxby's. I get the chicken finger plate. You know, the 4-piece regular chicken finger plate. No slaw, extra toast. And the part where I screw up is I get extra toast or extra fries, whatever mood I'm in, whatever I'm in the mood for. But where I screw up is I go in and I order like this. Yes, give me a chicken finger plate with a chicken finger plate with a Coke, no slaw, extra fries, and 5 extra Zaxby sauces.
Oh, they're so good.
Okay,
Totally worth it.
But man,
but see, that's because I dip each fry in there, and each chicken finger each bite is dipped. Thing is, my tummy doesn't mix well with Zaxby sauce for some reason. I promise y'all, like, we gonna get serious for a minute. I love Zaxby's and I love Zaxby's sauce.
Oh, it's so good.
But I can barely finish that meal before I have got the rumblies and the tumblies, and I'm about to be sitting on the toilet for 20 minutes, like sitting there hunched over, holding my stomach in pain as just pure liquid erupts out of my butt.
Oh. Liquid napalm.
And I will still go to Zaxby's at least once a month because it's so damn good. I will go and I will order the same thing every time to the same result every time. And I still do it.
Some foods are just worth it, right?
Absolutely.
They're worth the aftermath.
The other two that aren't as bad for me, to a much lesser extent, is I'm lactose intolerant, but I do love hot wings, and I love dipping my hot wings in ranch, which is primarily milk and sour cream, which contain lactose, and I love eating those with a big old pile of cheese and ranch fries, which is even more lactose. And so I just assume that after I eat this stuff, I'm gonna go take a dump, like very quickly and probably painfully. But I'm not giving up my hot wings for anything in the world. So it's a price I'm willing to pay.
We start locking the door on Fridays.
Ironically,
Lord.
the ones we have at work on Fridays don't bother me too bad. Like I think I go light on the ranch while I'm at work because I don't have to, because I know I've got to finish out the day.
Well, I tell you, I got so, and there are great wing places, but Buffalo Wild Wings, the atmosphere, and for the most part, I I really enjoy. But it doesn't matter what I get at Buffalo Wild Wings. I don't know why, but every time I go, whether it's a burger or whether it's fries, or love their potato wedges. Yo, hook me up with potato wedges. I could eat that for the rest of my life. But every time I leave Buffalo Wild Wings, it gives me the squeegees. And I'm talking like mashed potato-y, just poo. And it's all warm and toasty to it's horrid. It just makes me feel bad on the bottom end. But I love to eat my Buffalo Wild, especially during game day. It's like, well, I gotta go eat some wings. Of course, after the game, I'm gonna spend an hour and a half in the bathroom spitting out mashed potato like a Play-Doh machine, but worth it. Completely worth it. So, and like you, my wife is convinced I'm lactose intolerant. I'm not sure I believe her yet, but anytime I eat ice cream, I mean, if I don't poo, I got farts that will kill a big animal. They're bad. They're bad. I'm proud of them. I'm proud of them. I
Look,
will drop a horse, but I'll still keep my ice cream. I love it.
okay, look. I thought of something just now while we're bringing up this topic, and I just thought of another subscriber goal. This one is an old video for me, and I'll tell you why I just brought this one up. I'll tell you why I just thought of this. A few years ago, we'll call it 4 years ago, 5 years ago. I love hot foods. I love spicy foods. I wanted to try something, and my brother, shout out to my brother Philip, I know he listens. He went to I don't know if y'all know, but there's a guy in, I believe it is South Carolina, runs a company named Puckerbutt. They are the ones responsible for the world record holding hottest pepper in the world. The current one and the most current one, which was the Carolina Reaper. Well, a few years ago, my brother got his hands on some Carolina Reapers, and we decided we were going to do the challenge. Hold it by the stem, bite that some bitch, and go to town.
I remember this.
Yeah, I like these things. I like hot and spicy food, but this is not hot and spicy. This is pain. This is death. This is death in your mouth. And like when I tell y'all, it felt like I had needles exploding into my mouth. Like I've had hot sauces now that have that pepper in it, and while they are spicy and painful in a good way, they're still flavorful. You eat this pepper by itself, and it feels like you just chomp down as hard as you could on a sea urchin. Like it's just painful. So I was already dying, and what's y'all both know what's the best way to get over something spicy in your mouth? What are you supposed to eat or drink?
Milk.
Milk,
bread.
and milk and what? Ice cream, right? Once again, guess who's lactose intolerant?
Not a good mix.
So, in the heat of the moment, once again, I decide I don't care. I just ate a Carolina Reaper. I'm ending up on the toilet one way or the other. And I eat a pint of ice cream, damn near half a gallon of milk. And then I just go make myself comfortable on the toilet because I know that I'm going to be there for a minute. We're going to incentivize this one, though, because this was a while back. And it's a little embarrassing. But if we get to 50 subscribers, I will make the video. The video's uploaded. The video's on my personal YouTube. I will make the video public of me eating the Carolina Reaper. But we're not slacking on this one. 50 subscribers. We were nice to y'all.
Let's get it. Still.
50 subscribers on the YouTube channel, and I will unprivate the video of me eating a Carolina Reaper.
I like it.
Cody, you got anything that you like to eat that does not agree with you?
Well, I don't really have anything that just makes me just run to the toilet every single time. I'm pretty regular as it is. But I do have some foods that doesn't help the matter, like peanuts or any kind of nuts really. Man, I get some serious gas after if I eat a bunch of peanuts or walnuts, and that's some of my that's like one of my favorite snacks to eat. Is like buy the can of mixed nuts. I'll just sit there and eat them, and man, I'm rough to be around for a little while. I like the sound effect. It's pretty good.
All right.
Crab
Well,
crab legs, or something else that I
I love
I
crab
can
legs.
eat. I can eat my weight in crab legs, and but they will go straight through me. And like y'all, eating spicy food, kind of gives you the flamethrower ass. So,
All
or
right.
I do like the napalm. That's a good. I'm gonna have to steal that one.
Liquid napalm.
That's pretty good. But I like that meme or the GIF of Jeff Daniels on Dumb and Dumber when he's on the toilet.
With both legs kicked out.
He's got his knees like up to his chest, just going at it. I mean, we've all been there. That's I
Yes.
tell you what, on a similar note, a couple months ago, I went through like 10 days of that kind of bathroom use. And I'm talking like once an hour at least. And I'm thinking there's nothing left for me to get out of my body. But yet I'm still, this was for like 10 days.
I've had that where your stomach's just sitting there contracting and ain't nothing coming out, but you're like,
Like,
oh.
I was to the point I probably should have went to the hospital and got put on an IV. I was severely dehydrated. It was awful. I
Just
don't know
pooping
what
on
I
stomach
ate.
gas.
I think I just got some kind of stomach bug probably, but
Mm.
oh, that's a horrible feeling.
All
Terrible
right.
feeling.
Well, moving on from the foods that make you instantly drop a deuce, let's go ahead and it's Thanksgiving this week. I can say that because I know it's not maybe not be everywhere, but we're in the US and I can look at the analytics and all our viewers are in the US right now. So we do have Thanksgiving this week. Most of us have 3-day work weeks. I know us three have 3-day work weeks. Well, let's go ahead and I'm curious. What are some of y'all's favorite Thanksgiving foods? What do you have to have, or it's just not Thanksgiving for you? Hey, main dishes off the table. We not saying turkey or ham. Like what side dishes? What's your favorite? What you got to
I have
have?
to have candied yams. I love candied yams.
Those are so good. Candy yams.
Anything sweet potato. So candied yams, sweet potato casserole, sweet potato pie. So I've got to have them. Those are great. I love deviled eggs. And
That's deviled
oh,
eggs.
you know what? That's another one. That's another one that gives you some pretty awesome gas.
Some awesome guys.
It's deviled eggs.
You can have a
Uh,
family game of battle parts after that.
yeah. Well, I tell you what, that's
I mean,
bad.
I think one of the obvious that majority of the planet would say would be mac and cheese.
Oh,
I mean,
my
and
grandmother
obviously,
made an
we're
awesome.
not talking about the Kraft macaroni where you pour the bottom. We're talking
No.
about that. I pick the spoon up and you go up and up and up, and there's still strings of cheese and up and up. That macaroni is made for Thanksgiving only. You don't see that at cookouts during the year. You don't see that at Christmas. You don't see it at Easter. That macaroni is specifically Thanksgiving cheesy macaroni.
Hey,
I love me some
homemade.
macaroni, but I've never had that with growing up with Thanksgiving. It was never on the menu.
Man, a good
You get-
homemade baked macaroni and cheese is
Yes.
my grandmother made it when I was growing up, and it's one thing that if I find out nobody else is bringing it, then I will be responsible for it. We
I
will
make it.
not have Thanksgiving dinner without it. I mean, we're having baked macaroni and cheese.
Yeah.
Hey, on that same note, do y'all, aside from Thanksgiving, just mac cheese in general, do y'all like the Kraft mac cheese or y'all like the homemade,
I
or even the Velveeta?
I prefer the homemade baked, of course, but ain't nobody got time for that every week, every year. So
Feel my
no.
good.
I mean, if I have to resort to craft, I will. If I'm the one that goes grocery shopping, which in full disclosure I'm not most of the time, my wife does that, just because, well, she does it. There's no real reason. I just don't go. But the Velveeta, the shells and cheese is really good, and I would. It's honestly what I'm in the mood for. Like if they're both sitting in my pantry, like, I'll grab them based on what they don't taste the same, so whatever
Yeah.
I'm in the mood
Not
for.
even close, huh?
No, whatever I like them both. No particular one over the other. Whatever depends on what we're going with. If
Truth.
if we're having something thick and hearty like
Yeah,
a good steak or something, and you want like a starch with it, or then I mean it's gonna be like the Velveeta, something a little more hearty and everything. You just having like some baked chicken or some pan sauteed chicken, we'll go with the Kraft.
yeah,
So
Kraft's not
now
what I like. Go
to
ahead.
to follow up with yours, the deviled eggs is my number one. Gotta have it, or it's not Thanksgiving. I gotta have it. And my dessert would be pecan pie. But just to give you an idea, you will never ever ever see me go to a place or go to the store and purchase vanilla ice cream. I'm all chocolate all the time. Vanilla doesn't exist in my world until I have a piece of pecan pie because the only thing that tops off pecan pie is a scoop of vanilla ice cream on top. Done. And it is amazing. Gotta have it.
And
Mm.
my other thing that I kind of made my thing, growing up, we all had I don't know if everybody, I don't know. I'm speaking for everybody now, but there was green bean casserole. And I
It's good.
love green bean casserole, but I got to the point where I went to culinary school and now I think everything should be fancy and homemade. So I'd quit doing just the straight up canned green beans, canned cream of mushroom, and French's French fried onion. About the only thing that is prepackaged now when I make it is the French's French fried onions. I go buy the string beans out of the produce department. I put fresh mushrooms in there, fresh onions in there. I let it all meld and get good together. I like saute the green beans in butter and some seasonings in there. I make I make a hellified green bean casserole. It's good. But the other problem, we have to buy our French's French fried onions at Sam's. That little measly bull crap they sell at Walmart ain't gonna cut it with me because half of those French fried onions are just ending up in my
It matters.
they're ending up in my belly. Like I will grab the big ass bag from Sam's and I'll sit on the couch watching a movie like people eating chips and I'm sitting here eating French fried onions.
They're good.
I tell you what, talking about casseroles, that's something I always enjoy when you go to like a family reunion or anything like that, where everybody brings something, and you end up with you got 3 tables full of food that only none of it gets half eaten.
Mhm.
So much food, but there's so many different. Like you got 3 different kinds of mac cheese.
Yeah.
You you got 16 casseroles. You don't know what none of them are. That's some of the best eating is like green bean casserole and just casseroles they made up.
Yeah. It makes you want to pray. Like, forgive me, God, for I'm about to destroy this table and blow up that bathroom.
Oh no,
Like
y'all. Y'all remember the church potlucks? I mean, like you'd have 5 to 7 different lasagnas, 4 different things of macaroni and cheese all made by different people. There was all those people that got super lazy and they just brought like there was like 8 pots of just meatballs in a crock pot. I mean, like
No, you got the one guy that always brings a bucket of KFC.
yeah, absolutely. He stopped on the way into church lunch that
Churches.
afternoon.
Uh,
Yes.
yeah, I'm that guy. I'm full disclosure, I'm the bucket of chicken guy. Hey, but you know what? If money talks, I spent more money on that bucket of chicken than them people made on them damn casseroles. I don't want to hear
That's
it.
your way of saying I care more about y'all than y'all care about
That's
me.
right.
All
I bet I
right.
paid $30 for that bucket of chicken. You got
Hey, it was
$2
the,
in
that,
casserole.
that was that convenience fee. You didn't have to cook it, so you paid more.
Oh hush, Alan.
All right. We also had another person try to give us another discussion topic in the comments, and we wanted to thank Jessica for this one. But I think she stumped us. We were at work during break time, and we were looking this up, and Jessica, I think you 100% have stumped us. I do not think we were able to come up with a single Thanksgiving song. If you Google Thanksgiving songs, you'll find 100 different websites, but every website is just going to give you 50 songs that have the word thankful or thank you in the title of the song, and not a one of them's talking about the holiday. So I think you have stumped us, unless
Well,
one of these two found a Thanksgiving song.
just to give a slight idea, per Alan's point, almost all of them were just songs that talk about togetherness or family or thankfulness, like "We Are Family," "We Are Family." You know that Thanksgiving song. They have it on the list if you were to Google it. But there are 4 songs, and some of them could be duplicates. But there's one called Thanksgiving. There's one called the Turkey Dance, which everybody actually knows, and nobody ever thinks to associate it with Thanksgiving.
Is that like the chicken dance?
Yep.
Okay.
Five Little Turkeys, which is a child's learning song, and then the Thanksgiving song by Mary Chapin Carpenter. Other than that, there really aren't Thanksgiving songs, which, to our point from last week, talking about skipping from Halloween to Christmas, we don't really, as a culture, have a motivation to, besides that one day of eating, to kind of enjoy Thanksgiving. We don't have music, we don't have gatherings outside of the one day like we do for Christmas. I mean, we have a Christmas Eve, and that entire week of Christmas we're celebrating, we're traveling to meet family and all that, which we should be doing for Thanksgiving too, I believe, but we don't have anything in our culture that kind of motivates us to get out and enjoy Thanksgiving besides the one day. So, you know, if you're a songwriter, we motivate you, and if you have the motivation yourself, go out and write a Thanksgiving song, something that speaks to everybody for Thanksgiving, and maybe we can get a ball rolling on some activities or something like that that you can enjoy with friends and family, just to kind of get in the mood, so we're not going Halloween, Christmas. A little extra time being thankful for the things we have. Maybe a countdown calendar. There's 30 days in November. Make 30 goals, or every year get a list of 30 items to say, this is what I'm thankful for, just to kind of give you that Thanksgiving vibe for that holiday. So just a little something to get y'all kicking about it. But yeah, when she brought up the song, we sat there and thought for a couple of minutes before we looked it up, and we're like, you know what? I can't think of a single song that's about Thanksgiving. You can Google it, but
You want to watch a good Thanksgiving movie? Watch Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
Yes.
okay,
There we go.
And I bet if you listen to it, you might catch
the song on there.
might be a song on there about
Okay.
Thanksgiving.
Well, you see, and that's another good point because we talk about songs and music because that's what was brought up, but movies. I mean, A Christmas Story, Die Hard. Some people would debate that. The the Grinch. I mean, there's a slew. Miracle on 34th Street, The Santa Claus. There's a slew of Christmas movies, but I can't think of one Thanksgiving movie specifically.
Okay, I know we're getting to the point where we're about to wrap up, but I saw something earlier today, and it kind of jumps onto Christmas, but I'm about to ruin your childhood. We've seen the Grinch, like the Grinch with Jim Carrey, right? The Jim Carrey version of the Grinch, right? And it's been a long time since I've seen this movie. Let me make sure I don't mess this up, but this point was made. He went down to Whoville when he was a little boy, right? And then he went up to Mount Kerpunkel or Crumpet, whatever it's called, and he didn't go back down for a very long time, right? And that's because the Who's always got tired of their trash or their holiday gifts 2 weeks after Christmas, and they would all throw it in the trash, and that's what ended up where the Grinch was living, right? Mm-hmm. Let me ruin your childhood for this. Think about this. Where did the Grinch get Max if he never went back down to Whoville?
Maybe he scooped him up as a kid. Brought him
Max was somebody's unwanted Christmas gift.
Yo, that's messed up. Throwing a dog away. I'm about to go through Whoville and start slapping folks. That's not nice. Yo.
All right, guys.
I think maybe that sounds like somebody we worked with might have been a Who at one time.
All right, guys, we'll leave you to chew on that one. We did want to say happy Thanksgiving. There's a lot going on in the world. We're not here to tell you what to do, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. I don't even know what these two guys are doing. But whatever you choose to do, I hope you be safe. I hope if you're traveling, be safe traveling. I'm sure the roads are still going to be busy. For a lot of people, it is getting colder. Down here in the South, we're still pretty warm for this time of year, but if you are traveling, be safe traveling. Remember to just have fun. Unless you're working retail, this year, if you are working retail, I don't know, I hadn't seen anything, but enjoy your long weekend. Most of us have a 4-day weekend. Have fun, enjoy yourself, be safe. And as usual, we want to thank Jessica and Minnie for leaving the comments to bring up 2 topics for us to discuss. If you have anything you want us to discuss, leave it in the comments down below on the YouTube page, or you can hit us up on Twitter at TalksForThePPL. We'll make sure we bring it up on the next episode. Until then, we appreciate y'all. Keep spreading the word. We're seeing the views on YouTube. We're seeing the listens on the audio. We appreciate it. Thank you. Peace out.
Happy Thanksgiving, y'all. Peace out.
Thanksgiving.